Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's good for the lovely Aries collective. I hope you're all doing well, my friends. Let's shuffle it up though, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for Aries here in mid-September? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find very intriguing when it links with the whole reading. Let's get it going though. What's up? Talk to me, my gods. What do we got for Aries? Okay. Interesting. So we do have this Libra-like energy showing up front and center, and I generally see this as a very positive oracle card, regardless of what shows up in the reading. It is very balanced. Now, we're going to have to peel back the layers here. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right in its third eye a little bit. It needs a little enlightenment. I'd appreciate it. Let's get into the reading. No, enough of the plugs, I promise. If you look at this card, it reminds me very much so of the Two of Pentacles. So sure, we could think of those similar themes and archetypes. This is very balanced. Notice it has the sign for Libra. It has the yin-yangs. This is a cool, calm, serene, positive type of energy starting us off. So maybe some of you are trying to bring balance to your inner self, your life in general. And that's kind of what the journey of life is about, right? A little bit of positive, a little bit of negative, trying to just keep it moving in a cool, calm, collected fashion. But I do like this. This tells me that if things have been hectic, if things have been rough, there might be some calm coming into your life, all right? For some of you, it could also represent choosing the right path, making the right decision. But for another portion of you, that could just point to a very prominent Libra, okay? So we're going to get into tarot. We're not going to over-talk that too much because, as I always say, it's just a footnote in the reading. Let's get you three in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So what's going on, my guys? Let's shuffle it up here. For the lovely Aries collective, using the Vice Versa Tarot. Been having a lot of fun with this over the past few weeks. So last week's reading, it was titled A Sudden Revelation. So whether that was a realization or revelation within yourself, maybe some information came to light that you didn't quite know about. There was that big energy of problem solved, mystery solved, things coming into light from the shadows. So if anything did happen like that, hopefully it was positive. Now, also the week before that, the reading was titled They Are Mad. I do try to keep these readings titled in a very simplistic manner, but there was somebody with some like rough feelings, rough energies, all right? And there's been this little sprinkling of conflict in the recent months. So let's pull these cards. As I always say, only take what hits for you. Okay, we have the Strength card in position, number 1. That's a pretty good way to start. Yeah, because these energies could be you, they could be other people you're connected to. Just take it how it hits for you, my friends. Let's keep moving. What's going on here? Strength is a very angelic energy to me, and it is positive, okay? It's about that inner strength. Okay, Ten of Swords here in the center. So this doesn't have to be something that's incoming. It could be. There's a lot more detail we need to pull here. I think you're going to be fine regardless of what that is. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. So we do have this cyclical nature of transformation, beginnings, endings. Okay, cycles ending, cycles beginning. A lot of you could be in a huge time of metamorphosis, paradigm change. So we're going to speak about it one by one. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So like I said, with Strength, into the Ten of Swords, into the Ace of Swords, we have that cyclical ending. There could be certain things ending or cycles ending. But with Strength in position, number 1, I think you're going to be fine. This is that inner fortitude. This is that inner strength to get through the tests, trials, tribulations that life throws your way. So Spirit might be testing you in various different ways. Now, of course, this could represent a Leo. You might be connected to a Leo with this card. But it's fighting our demons with love as opposed to brute force. And it can represent tests from Spirit. It is also angelic and protective. I do like it. We're really going to need to clarify it because it's not about physical strength. It's more that inner fortitude, like I mentioned. Now, moving to the center, we do have a possible warning here with this Ten of Swords, okay? Nothing to get completely nervous or freaked out about. If you watch tarot, you know what the Ten of Swords is. It could be some sort of rough and tough ending. It could be any ending. It could be losing someone you're very closely connected to. It doesn't just have to be romantic, right? This could represent a loss of some kind. It could represent a rock bottom. It could represent pains of various different ways. But especially next to that ace, and we'll get into that further, I'm seeing a cycle. I'm seeing a transformation here. So there could be big changes at play. But of course, this could be a warning or an ending of some sort. So we'll explore that a little bit further. Think you're going to be fine. Now, moving to the very back end here, we do have the Ace of Swords. This can be a sharp energy. Now, notice we do have double swords here that could represent the realm of the mind, thinking, thought. This can also represent speech. I say all aces are opportunities. It's the first card of every suit. So if you see the progression of this spread, the Strength card with a card of ending and a new beginning, we're seeing that big cycle. So the transformation, the change, we're still going to say that rings true. For some of you, there could be a new beginning of some sort coming in, which is nice. Now, the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth, can represent the cold, hard facts, the cold, hard truth, coming to grips with that. It could be a serious type of energy as well, especially next to the Ten of Swords. It could be speaking, talking, communicating. It can be a little harsh. But we have a lot of air energy here, so there might be a lot going on in your mind, Aries, or someone you're connected to. So with all that being said, let's dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aries people, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Aries here? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Strength card. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries off this spread, you can drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my toes, I promise. So what's going on with that Strength card? What is this here? Thank you. Okay. All right, yeah, this is telling me that something you may be battling or something you may have been battling could be coming to a close very soon here with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Some of you may be tempted to like give up on something as well in this time, or in the recent past, there may have been little temptations to say, you know what, I think I'm done with this. I might give up on this. Like, that's the vibe I'm catching here, because the Seven of Wands, yes, it can be conflict, but it could also be perseverance and determination. So I am getting the big energy here of Spirit testing you. Do you really want this? Are you going to keep moving? Can you keep moving? Are you going to keep going? Now, for another portion of you, this could represent coming to peace with something. All right, this could be coming to peace with inner conflict, the way you feel, the way you think about something. So this can be a very positive type of energy. But once again, there's a little bit of a warning, especially with what we have coming down the pipeline, that you may be tested by Spirit in various ways in this time, okay? I'm not going to say if you should or shouldn't give up on something or put a stop to something. You would know what you're going through better than I. This could even just represent somebody you're linked to. So let's keep moving over. I do think for a portion of you, this can be a very positive thing, like overcoming, succeeding something, passing a test, an end to some sort of conflict, okay? So we do have this reoccurring theme of cycles ending here, okay? Whether for positive or negative. We're going to go in on this Ten of Swords. Why is this Ten of Swords here? And I really want to get over to that Ace of Swords. Okay, yeah, we have the Queen of Wands here. Yeah, this could be someone that is really hurting here. Now, if you've been linked to a fire sign, you might be having issues with them. For a portion of you, this can be some sort of ending that really dinged up somebody's self-confidence, self-worth. Or this could be an ending because you might have been in a mode where like, you know what, this isn't good for myself. This isn't good for my health. This isn't good for my mental, physical, emotional well-being. So there might be something you're bringing to a close here, or something that might be better off pushed to the wayside when I see the Queen of Wands, because she's all about that inner confidence and flow. Also, fire and air combination, that's what we have. We have 2 Wands cards, 2 air. I always say that's an explosive type of energy. It's a very common energy to see in an Aries reading. But when I see the Ten of Swords with this Queen of Wands, yeah, there could be something on its way out. There could be something ending, or you might be grappling with a recent ending of some sorts, and somebody's self-confidence could be hurt here. Somebody could really be going through it, hurting about something, Okay, that's just the vibe I'm picking up, which makes sense. When you have the Ten of Swords energy, of course that's pain. Of course that's hurting. This could even be heartbreak as well. That's just the vibe. But somebody's confidence could be dinged up. For a portion of you, this could be something that went sideways, something that went wrong that had long-lasting effects, right? An ending, a cycle end that gave you long-lasting effects. Let's keep moving over. Because I'm getting tons of different messages here. Just know that the fact remains. We're seeing cycles close here. We're going to go in on this Ace of Swords. So that can be a warning for sure. Be careful. Keep your head on a swivel in the coming days and weeks. So let's see what's up here. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So what's going on? All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles showing up here. Okay. And it is in reverse. In the vice versa tarot deck, you have the front side, you have the back side. This did show up in the reverse. This could represent somebody catching a dose of karmic retribution here, or it could just be speaking about the karmic cycles of life. Okay, and it makes sense with the transformative change base. A lot of you could be experiencing tons of change in the coming days and weeks, and that's cool. But when I see the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, like, yeah, this is that sword of truth, that karmic sword coming through. Okay, so if not you, someone you're connected to could be bearing the consequences of the karma that they've put out into the universe, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, another portion of you, if you've been waiting a very long time for a new beginning, new cycle, whatever it might be, a change, a shift, a transformation, that could be coming in here, because the Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience. When I catch it in reverse, aside from those other messages, it indicates action. So there could be some sort of big opportunity, new beginning coming in for you. You might just need to hold on to the reins a little bit longer, but it does feel like for the vast majority, there's a big cycle kicking over here, whether you wanted to or you don't. That's the vibe. So it's change regardless. Let's go through and I'll give you a quick little recap here before we get into the shadow card. And once again, this doesn't just have to be your vibe, okay? This could be somebody else. But in position number one, we have the Strength card with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Notice we have a ton of fire and air here. That's a bit volatile. So I always say that's explosive and all that stuff. But when I get Strength with the Seven of Wands, a lot of you could be healing, coming to grips with something, an inner conflict or an outer conflict could be coming to a close or an end. Whether it's how you feel about something, whether it's just the situation in general. There is this theme of a closing of something. In the center here, we have the Ten of Swords. And yes, I did have the feeling of test as well, especially with the karmic energy on the back. But we have the Ten of Swords with the Queen of Wands in the upright. Might just be beefing with a fire sign. This is somebody hurting, going through it, have their confidence dinged up. But once again, this is some sort of ending here, some sort of loss and some sort of pain. Straightforward, okay? Now, when people experience those types of things, of course, it's going to affect your confidence in some way. However, we do have a new beginning coming in, a big transformation, a big change as we move to the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I did say that could be somebody reaping their karma, reaping their karmic debt for the things that they put forth, paying those consequences, or getting those rewards. But the big vibe I was catching here is like, if you've been waiting for a change, a new beginning, a new cycle of some sort, it could be kicking over very soon. Regardless if you've been through painful, rough endings, whatever it might be, there's a new beginning like coming soon, right down the pipeline with all this energy here. So please take a screenshot, Aries. I'm going to get you one shadow card. Interesting reading, interesting spread, of course. And I just always have to reiterate that this doesn't have to be only your energy, okay? Let's get one shadow card out here. And you know what? If it didn't hit for you, all good, okay? You could check your other placements. You know how tarot goes. Let's get one shadow card out here for you using the Shadowland Tarot. What's in the shadows for Aries? All right, we do have some pentacles showing up here in the shadows. This could be connected to work or groups. We have the Three of Pentacles showing up in the shadows. How somebody works together as a team or a unit. I would watch the company you keep in this time, obviously, or somebody that acts like a roadblock in team situations or group situations. This could be a problematic family member or a problematic work person here that's sticking out like a thorn in the side. But it can also be a warning from Spirit to tell you that you don't have to be super independent all the time. You can ask for assistance and help if you need it. But I would beware of any situations where there's a lot of different people involved here. Okay, that's what's showing up here in the shadows. But your work ethic might be tested as well. We're just going to leave it at that for now, Aries, but don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Vice Versa Tarot. This is the deck that I'm using in all the readings for September, so if you'd like to get your name in, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are, and second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite use for tarot? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month going into October, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.